Well, the Dodgers keep winning, and now they may be getting a sale. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Rodriguez. Welcome to another edition of Dodgers Latest here on our YouTube channel. I want to thank you, as always, for making us part of your day. We continue to grow, and that's thanks to you and the community. Like, subscribe, tell everybody Dodgers Latest on YouTube. And you can hit me up, of course, right there on Instagram and on X at JRodShow. We're going to have some viewer comments. We've been talking about it. Well, we've got some for you. We'll read them later on in the show as we get into this middle of the week hump day edition of Dodgers Latest. And the Dodgers, man, and Andy Pages, good Lord, right? Dodgers win last night 8-6, a wild game that featured a little bit of everything, but you can't ignore Andy Pages. A career night, 4 for 4, a couple of home runs, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. We made the pitch for him yesterday's Dodgers Latest. My man should be an all-star. He's got to be in Atlanta for the Midsummer Night's Classic, right? Listen, his numbers are better than, the number 2 guy, the number 3 guy right now, and the number 3 guy is his own teammate, Teoscar Hernandez. Numbers are better than Juan Soto. What a season Andy Pages is having. And, of course, the whole controversy that broke loose between the Dodgers and Padres and Mike Shildt and Andy Pages. Remember, Andy Pages got hit by a pitch on Monday night, and he kind of was upset with Dylan Cease, and Mike Shildt was seen on the video on the TV saying, "Who the F are you, Andy Pages? Who the F are you to be showing up my pitcher to be complaining about getting hit? Go take your base." Well, now we know who the F Andy Pages is, right? The guy that's going to be at the All-Star game. The guy that was a one-man gang against the Padres last night en route to that 8-6 win. And I'll tell you what, the mental toughness of Andy Pages, it can't be undersold. I mean, this guy was going to get sent down to the minor leagues mid-April, end of April. This guy was on his way to oblivion. And now, all of a sudden, he is having as good a year as anybody in Dodger uniform. And that's Ohtani, that's Freeman, that's Teoscar, that's Mookie. All those high-priced, big top-shelf items. And it's Andy Pages, who's already going to be passing his career high in home runs. He's doing it in the field. He's doing it with the bat. He's doing it on the base running. Great for Andy Pages. And what I love about it, when they asked him after the game last night about Mike Shildt comments, he just kind of blew it off. He's a ball player. He's like, "Hey, man, I saw it in the morning. Didn't think too much of it." So I love it. So that always gets me thinking, when we talk about rivalries, right? The big criticism of ESPN is, hey, it's always Yankees, Red Sox. That's always on. Well, is the Dodgers-Padres rivalry the best in baseball right now? It's got to be, right? Last night it reared its head again. Remember, Andy Pages got hit on Monday. The Dodgers hit Fernando Tatis last night. The Padres turn around, hit Shohei Ohtani. Out comes Dave Roberts. He gets thrown out of the game. You gotta love the energy that these regular season games between the Dodgers and Padres are generating. Again, the communities are only about, it's a 2-hour drive between LA and San Diego. Similar fan bases. San Diego has always been the little brother to the Dodgers. And now that because of these new playoff formats, the Dodgers and Padres are seeing each other in the postseason, it's an amazing environment. And I will take Dodgers Padres any day over Yankees, Red Sox right now, Cardinals, Cubs right now. Shoot, even Dodgers Giants. I will gladly take Dodgers Padres over Dodgers Giants right now. The teams are good at the same time, and I've said it ad nauseum here on Dodgers Latest. Pat Riley said it best. It's not a rivalry until you see each other in the playoffs, which has always been sort of a hindrance in baseball because there was only so many number of playoff teams. Well, now the Dodgers and Padres seemingly are playing each other every year in the postseason. Both teams are beating up on each other. We saw the Clayton Kershaw stuff that they would throw up over at San Diego, how that's blown up in their face. We've seen the awful user-generated content video that the Padres have put up. The fans hate each other. It's intense. Every game, you get a game in June that feels like a World Series game, certainly a National League Championship Series game, and we can only hope the Dodgers and Padres continue to be successful. And listen, I'm not against the Padres. I root for the Padres. Padres, because if the Padres are good, that means the Dodgers-Padres rivalries are good as well, and I love to see it. And this is without a doubt the best rivalry in baseball right now, and we get 2 more games of it so this week. Emmett Sheehan's on the mound tonight, making his return to the mound from Tommy John surgery for the Dodgers, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto is on the mound on Thursday for the Dodgers before the Washington Nationals come to town. And oh, by the way, Dodgers lead the Giants by 3.5 in the National League West, and they lead the Padres by 5. All right, so we talked about it at the beginning. Are the Dodgers shopping? Could the Dodgers be getting Chris Sale? That's right, Chris Sale coming to the Dodgers. That is not a pipe dream. Listen, the Atlanta Braves are awful. They have had a miserable season. Remember, they started 0-7. No team has gone on to win the World Series after starting 0-7. They're 32-39. They're 12.5 games behind. They're 12 games behind the Mets in third place in the division. They're 6.5 games out of the final wild card spot, and they'd have to jump 5 teams to get into that final wild card spot. I know it's June. I know it's a long way to go, but there is some serious unrest in Atlanta. Brian Snitker is on the definite hot seat. Ronald Acuna is back. He seemingly does not like Brian Snitker. 32-39. They can't get out of their own way. Are the Braves going to be sellers? Well, Chris Sale could be one of those guys, and he is at an optimum point of his career and his contract for the Dodgers to make a trade. Listen, we've talked about how bad the Dodgers starting pitching has been in terms of injury, or how unlucky it's been because of injuries. Seems like every day we're talking about a new guy coming back from Tommy John surgery and then another guy going on the injured list. Well, Chris Sale is the reigning National League Cy Young Award winner. He was 18-3, ERA at 2.38. He's 4-4 this year. Don't let that fool you. ERA at 2.79. 7-time All-Star, but what he has done in his last 7 games has been brilliant. He's reverted back to his Cy Young form. His last 7 starts, Chris Sale is 3-1 with an ERA of 1.19 and a whip of 1.06. All right? He signed a 2-year, $38 million deal with Atlanta. This is the back end of that. This is the second year. He's got a club option for 26, and there's no buyout, meaning if he stays in Atlanta or if he comes to another team, the club can just cut ties with him after this season and not pay anything. The Red Sox are paying a good chunk anyway of that contract when they traded him to Atlanta. So the Dodgers are sort of getting a watered-down contract in the middle of the season, prorated. Folks, the Braves said Chris Sale is not on the market. That immediately tells me he is on the market. Chris Sale to the Dodgers is real. Chris Sale to the Dodgers may actually happen. Obviously, we talk about what's going on. Is Emmett Sheehan going to be able to pitch well? Is Tony Gonsolin going to be done for the year? We're thinking Roki Sasaki is not responding to any treatment, so Roki Sasaki may be done for the year for the Dodgers. So now you're definitely going to be a pitcher short. Ohtani is back. Can you imagine rolling into the playoffs with Chris Sale, the reigning Cy Young Award winner, with Ohtani? Ooh, buddy. And Kershaw's been pitching well. Dustin May has been fabulous. Yamamoto has been the ace of this team. All of a sudden, those gray skies are opening up. But I tell you what, Chris Sale to the Dodgers is definitely in play. Despite what anybody says, what anybody tells you, Chris Sale to the Dodgers, definitely something to look out for as the All-Star game comes. All right, we always tell you to be part of the show right here on Dodgers Latest. Like, subscribe, give us our comments. We'll start reading them here, and we'll start by Daniel LaRusso. 7864 says, one of the great things that makes the Dodgers so great is their diversity, right? To have a diverse mix of players, Japanese, Korean, black, white, and Latino. Shoot, even Dave Roberts, right? African-American, born on an Air Force base in Okinawa in Japan. That's what makes, they are LA, essentially. They are exactly the city they play in, a big melting pot and a big diverse. So good shout out by Daniel LaRusso. Paul Vaughn, 2378, with the Dodgers' luck, they'll get Paul Skeens. Can you imagine? And he ends up needing Tommy John. Come on now, Paul. Chill. We don't want to ever jinx anybody, but boy, that would be the biggest whale, right? Getting Paul Skeens, maybe Chris Sale, Sandy Alcantara's floating around out there. Definitely some whales out there. Listen, hit us up here at Dodgers Latest. hit us up in the comment section. We want to hear what you're saying. We read, we subscribe, we read, we respond. We do everything for you here at Dodgers Latest, and we want to keep hearing from you here on the show. The community keeps growing, and that's because of you. Hit me up at JRod Show on Instagram and on X, and we will always be in touch. And hey, we'll throw a little betting in there as well. Game 3 of the Dodgers and Padres tonight. Emmett Sheehan, something to keep an eye out for. Yamamoto pitches tomorrow night as the series with San Diego closes. And then the Nationals come in. Something to look forward there. Clayton Kershaw should be on the mound as he gets closer to 3,000 and strikeouts. And maybe we'll see Ohtani this weekend as well. Lots going on, and we're all covering it right here at Dodgers Latest. I'm Jim Rodriguez, and remember, it's always time for Dodger baseball.